Being single in your 40s is like being a teenager, but with money, no rules, and no one to tell you what you can and can't do.
Single women in their 40s, what are we doing to meet men? What are we doing? How are we doing it? Can anyone help me? Because I need all the help I can get. Apps here in Australia, Gold Coast, nope, not a thing. So how are we doing it? Please help me, because I'm just, I don't know, am I going to be single forever at this rate? I feel like it. So single ladies over 40, what are we doing? Help a mama out.
I'm a single woman in her 40s. Have I downloaded every dating app? Yes. Have I deleted every dating app? Yes. Have I downloaded every dating app again? Yes. Have I deleted every dating app again? Also yes.
Single women in their 40s, what are we doing to meet men? What are we doing? How are we doing it? Can anyone help me? Because I need all the help I can get. Apps here in Australia, Gold Coast, nope, not a thing. So how are we doing it? Please help me, because I'm just, I don't know, am I going to be single forever at this rate? I feel like it. So single ladies over 40, what are we doing? Help a mama out.
So these post-wall refugees are now scouring all over social media and dating apps because they're absolutely desperate to find a man who will take care of them. What they truly can't accept is the fact that they already wasted their best years, and now men don't even give a single damn about them. They chose this path, and there is no turning back now.
So yeah, I'm 53, completely single by choice, and also no children by choice. Love my life, have incredible friends. And travel is the secret to my happiness. I do not wait around for some man to show up to travel with me or to explore places with me. I do it on my own and have so much fun, and usually take friends with me, meet friends wherever I go. It's the secret to my personal happiness. So if you're out there whining and complaining that you can't find a guy and your life is not worth living, then you better knock it off and rethink the way you're living your life, because you got one shot, babies. So have fun and enjoy it while you can, single or not.
When a 53-year-old woman says she's single by choice, you know that she's deeply delusional. She rejected so many perfectly good men in her early years, prioritizing fleeting status and wealth, until she reached the point where no quality man is interested in her anymore. She's saying these things purely to cope with the brutal fact that she is alone. She might have friends she can travel with and share experiences with, but when she gets home at night, there is no one next to the bed to sleep with. She is all alone again.
My birthday is this week and I'm turning 47. And I'm getting a lot of people wishing me happy birthday, which I am very grateful for. Thank you so much for remembering and for thinking of me. And also they keep asking me, why am I single? And I think I could sum it up by saying I'm looking for a man who's willing to do the things that I'm willing to do to be in an adult, grown relationship. And let me give you a couple of examples. Be reliable, be trustworthy, be honest, be fun. But if you're even low, medium fun, I can kind of take care of that because I'm really fun. Be reasonable.
Everybody knows that list of demands isn't the same as it was 20 years ago. She's listing out the high-value traits of a man: reliable, trustworthy, honest, fun, and reasonable. But 20 years ago, that list was completely different. He must be good-looking, he must be tall enough, he must have a $150,000 salary a year, and he must be able to provide everything while she sits at home watching reruns of stupid sitcoms. Those were her real standards. Now that she's turning 47, the checklist has been conveniently updated, all while desperately hoping she can still score a good man that she already rejected years ago.
And this is why I stay single. The biggest problem I see is they say one thing and do another. They haven't learned how to appropriately express their wants and needs so that I can do my best to try to meet that, and they can do the best when I also express something. They're unsure if they want to be in a committed relationship. They still have things that maybe a therapist needs to get involved with that are getting in the way of them of being full companions and partners. And lastly, they try to rush relationships. So don't get me wrong, in 2025, I am definitely looking for a long-term committed relationship, and I am willing to do all of the things that I just said so that we can have two people working towards big goals all together. But until then, I'm gonna stay single.
That's just funny. Somehow she's still finding a way to blame men, saying that men aren't sure if they want to be in a relationship, and then adds that men are rushing into relationships. So which one is it? Listen, Karen, I think it's best that you stay single. The milk's already gone bad anyway.
Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be talking about how dating after 40s looks like. So we have been seeing majority women coming to social media to express their feelings on their past relationship, and most of them are talking how effective the dating apps were before, and compared to now they are finding a lot of difficulties to find a true partner, a lifetime partner. So in this video I've put together some clips on which I would really like us to watch, so we can learn and see a lot of women giving their inspiration and the aspect of what they think about this. So please, you subscribe to this channel, you turn on your notification. We'll be right back. Let's watch this clip.
There are only two instances in which a woman would ever hypothetically hit the wall, and I say hypothetically because women don't hit the wall, okay? That is a concept invented by men that is projected onto women, but women don't hit the wall. But if they were to hit the wall, hypothetically speaking, the only two times they would ever hit the wall would be, one, if they're literally dead, and two, if they decide to stop taking care of themselves. And I'm not talking about just taking care of your physical appearance, because that is what a lot of women focus all their attention on. But when you as a woman are able to take care of your physical appearance, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, you're in tune with yourself, you don't neglect yourself, you don't neglect your needs, you have a community of people who support you and understand you, you're never, ever gonna hit the wall. The reason why men love saying you're gonna hit the wall is because they're scared of hitting the wall. The reason why men love saying you're gonna hit the wall is because they're scared of hitting the wall.
So she's denying the existence of the wall, claiming that it's a misogynistic concept invented by men that is projected onto women. But now she's saying that men are the actual ones who are scared of the wall, which she just finished denying even exists.
They're scared of being old and alone, and they want you to hurry up and settle for them so that they're not old and alone. So it's projection. Not to mention, it's completely untrue that nobody's gonna want you as you get older, as long as you as a woman continue taking good care of yourself, because the amount of men who want you actually increases. That's why I said, you're not gonna hit the wall as a woman unless you're literally dead, or you decide to stop taking care of yourself. Because if you're not gonna stop taking care of yourself, men are constantly gonna want you. Constantly. Even if you're married with kids, divorced, widowed, whatever, they're gonna want you. That is a fact. So stop letting these red pill men scare you with this hitting the wall phrase that they love to use, because we all know it's just a projection of how scared they are of being old and alone. It's just funny to me the way these men think that their attention determines our value, when in reality, most of us don't want their attention, and also they don't look like people that we want attention from.
Hey, I'm back. So I have a question about this man. I met him on one of the dating apps, and you know, you guys have been going on and on to me about get off the dating apps, they're worthless. And I tend to agree with you, and I'm just about ready to be done with them and just meet somebody organically. It either happens or it doesn't. But in the meantime, I did connect with one man, and he's about 2 hours away from me, 2.5 hours away from me. And when we started talking last week, it was before the weekend, like on Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, so a week ago. You know, he was very communicative. We talked a lot. We ended up exchanging phone numbers. We had decided we wanted to go on a date this coming weekend. And then he sort of fell off communications, and it was really nice actually when he fell off the communications, because I had sent him a video just to say, hey, just want you to know this is actually me. You know, here's me in a video. And I said his name, and, you know, just for verification purposes. And he didn't reply all day. And then I ended up getting a text from him, and he's like, I'm not ignoring you. I'm with my son. I just wanted you to know I'm not ignoring you. And I thought that was pretty nice. Well, since then, I've barely heard from him. He confirmed that. Now, I will say, he didn't reach out to me. I ended up reaching out to him on the dating app. I didn't even want to text him at this point. And this was like late Monday, because I hadn't heard from him. And, you know, since Saturday, he didn't like confirm. He didn't firm up what we were doing. Nothing. And, I know he had already made it clear. He's like, I get up at 4:00 in the morning. I like to go to the gym. You know, I'll probably text early, things like that. And I hadn't heard from him at all. So, Monday afternoon, I just sent him a text in the dating app, and I said, hey, are you still interested? Just checking. And he wrote me on the phone, texted me, and he's like, yes, I'm still interested. And he told me that he was sorry that he hadn't got a hold of me at all over the weekend, but that he isolates a little bit during holidays because his son's with his wife, and he went to his friends and they drank, and he's like, but I hydrated, and I ended up going to bed real early, like at 6:03. And I'm just like, hey, you know, we're not dating. we're not dating. We have no connections here other than, you know, staying in touch because we're supposed to meet. So I'm just like, cool, gotcha. It's no problem. And I haven't heard from him other than he told me that I would need to pick a place because he didn't know the area. And he said, I'll probably need a hotel room. So, you know, I'll need to know exactly where I'm going to be, blah, blah, blah. And I sent him some links to a couple of restaurants and to a hotel that's nearby one of the restaurants. And I said, hey, you know, here's some places that I enjoy, you know, take a look at them. Let me know what you think. And that's a hotel that's nearby because you said that you needed a room. I haven't heard from him since. That was a couple days ago. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I didn't hear from him because he expected me to be like, oh, no, you can stay at my house, which I would never do. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, we have no connection. We have no obligation to each other at all. I always get confused in this phase because we don't have any obligation to communicate to each other. But I do prefer someone who enjoys communication. What do I do? I mean, do I take this as the red flags that they are for someone like me who enjoys communication, that this guy's just not my cup of tea? He's not compatible to me in communication. Or do I just let it play out? I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do. I want to just cancel before it gets too far into the week. I just want to cancel. Should I just cancel? I need advice. And you know what? You people out there who tell me don't ask other people for advice, get over yourself. I can ask people their advice all I want. I like you guys. You just give me advice. It's okay. Have a great day.
So I went out for dinner and drinks with a few of my girlfriends last night. So there were 4 of us in total. And, you know, we're like catching up. And it's crazy because 2 out of my 4 friends tell me that they are dating 60-year-old men. I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me, what? Like, come again? These women are my age, so we're all in our mid-30s. Dating men in their 60s is not like that crazy of a concept, but my dad is 67, just to give you an idea. So I'm curious, I'm like, what is it about these 60-year-old men that you find attractive? Like, what is it that is compelling you to date them? And the thing that both of my friends said was that these 60-year-old men made them feel super desirable. They made them feel hot. They made them feel young. They made them feel sexy. They made them feel valuable. They also said that these men are not afraid to plan dates, to pick you up for dinner, to open doors, to pull out your chair, to, you know, whatever. Like, chivalry is not dead in that generation of men. And it's pretty much completely dead in the 35 to 45-year-old bracket. And I would just like to point out that it's not that 60-year-old men are necessarily more mature than 35-year-old men. I mean, I would hope that they would be, but like, as we all know, that's not always the case. The thing here, and the thing that is important, is both of them said it is how they made them feel.
Tell me I'm not the only one who joins a dating site, scrolls and says no to pretty much most people. Then when you do match somebody, you then unmatch them the next day because they say something that makes you cringe or you just can't be arsed. I literally can't stand online dating, but I'm trying my best to get myself out there. As you can see, I'm sat on my bed in my dressing gown. I'm in between doing my work. Yeah, I'm really making an effort. I'd rather do my work. But something's got to give. I just can't be... It's not the same anymore, guys. I'm 38 years old. Back in the day, you could go out, you could meet someone. Granted, they were a dickhead, but you could still meet somebody. Do you know what I mean? I really don't want to do this online dating, and I fear I may be on my own for a long fucking time, like I already have been for a long fucking time, if I don't sort my shit out. TikTok and social media are not for dating. You know what I mean? The only option really, Wendy, is a dating site. Unless some fucker's going to talk to me in Morrison's, as they always say. But I wouldn't even speak to anyone anyway. I can't fucking see her. Yeah, anyway, I need to find some fucking hobbies because these dating sites are just not for me.
Dating in your 40s hits differently to when you're in your 20s. Just completely. You're looking for something entirely different. And obviously I speak from a woman's perspective. But when you're in your 20s, you're attracted, I think, predominantly to the physicalities of a man, right? So you might like muscles, you might like brown eyes instead of blue eyes. They have to be 6 foot or whatever the checklist might be. But I think after failed marriages, toxic relationships with those kind of people, we come out of those relationships and we're still craving those butterflies. We're still craving that push-pull, toxicity. I can't say the word, toxicity. Say it. But what we should be looking for is a man who calms our nervous system, who switches our minds off. That's the key.
I think a lot of us women now are at this point in our lives where we've done the healing work and we're so content and at peace and at ease with our lives that now when people come in, we're asking them, are you coming in to interrupt our peace? Or are you coming in to add value to our lives? Because if you're not coming in to add value but just disrupt us and take from us, we're good. We're not afraid of being alone anymore. We're actually tired of having people come in and take from us and not give back anything. Leaving us empty, questioning things, feeling confused, feeling tired, feeling drained. We're over it. So unless you're coming in to add value, leave us alone. Thank you.
I would have never thought I would say what I'm about to say. And don't get mad at me. I'm saying how I feel, not how you feel. The longer I am single, the easier it becomes and the more peaceful it becomes. I am not anti-marriage. I'm not anti-love. I'm not anti-relationships. I am anti-disrupting my peace and my life. I don't know that I want to take that chance again. I've done it. The thought of having to worry about what another person wants or feels, I don't know that I want to do that. And I know that sounds selfish, but I am selfish. I'm very selfish with myself and my time and my peace. Like, I don't want to disrupt it. I don't know that I want to take that chance. Like, trying to say to someone, hey, is it okay if I go do this? Or would you mind if I did this? Or what do you think about this? Or how do you feel about that? No. I don't want to do that again, y'all. I've done that. I come and go as I please. I eat what I want. I go to sleep when I want. I go where I want to go. I do what I want to do. And I don't have to explain myself to a man. Again, I love men. I have sons. I love love. I just really I just like where I am right now.
Where are all the good men that don't cheat? Where are all the good men that still respect women to understand that they don't deserve to be played with, lied to, and manipulated? Where are all the good men that want to prioritize their family, their girlfriends, and the people around them that matter? Where are all the good men that know the sacrifice of a woman when she's at home with the kids or she's making a house a home and they appreciate it? Where are all the men that are happy to go to work every single day knowing that the home and the house that they built is because they sacrificed time away from their children? Where are all the good men that are trying to balance work, a romantic relationship, their kids, trying to do all the right things and still feel like they're falling short? Where are all the good men that understand that women can be crazy, but you love them anyway? Where are all the good men that understand that things are not always going to be easy, but they're not going to go out and cheat or be out in the club to fill their ego instead of making it work within their relationship? Where are all the good men that still have integrity? They do exactly what they say they're going to do and they never fall short. Where are these men? Because according to women, there are no good ones left. Okay, bye.
I just wanted to confess something to you guys. I'm so desperate. Like, I'm desperate. I know I look so desperate. It's because I am. I'm so desperate. I can't find any guy that will, like, ever want to, like, be with me or hug me or cuddle me or, like, smell me. There's just nobody out there. It's just really hard. You know, everywhere I go, I get ignored and denied, and I'm really desperate. Please help. Fucker.
Every time I have interactions with men, I am just more and more appalled and disgusted by men and the behavior of men towards women. Like, dating in my early 20s, men actually had respect for women, relatively. You at least felt like a human being around them. You know, you at least felt like they saw you as a human and not just an object. But the increase in all of these red pill podcasts and women hating behavior on the internet has literally poisoned the minds of men. And it was to the point that I just stopped dating entirely for the last 6 months or so. I've been trying to give dating a chance again lately. I've even been like trying to date guys who are not, you know, my typical type. But yeah, even dating guys who are not my typical type has not fixed the issue. In fact, actually, it's worse. What the fuck is a girl to do? Give up? I always have dated guys who were like 10, 15 years older than me because I've been dating guys around my age lately, and that shit, girl, no.
Hello, I'm Sarah Sparkles. I'm a 43-year-old single lady. I live in Oklahoma. I work in mortgage lending. I'm a face painter on the weekends. I'm a photographer, and I also manage social media for businesses. I'm here advocating for men and talking about dating in my 40s, and wanted to introduce myself again. Hi, tell me about you in the comments. I want to know you. Okay.
So after watching some of those clips, we have seen a lot of controversy talk or thinking about these situations. We have seen many women feeling very, very comfortable with single life, and which is not actually inappropriate when it comes to day life. We have seen women giving their experience on the dating apps. We have seen a 40-year-old woman talking about the dating app, how she have downloaded countless of dating apps and still find it very, very difficult to look for a suitable partner. We have seen another woman explaining her lifestyle, that she's 50 and above and she's finding life very, very interesting without a partner. And we have seen another woman also expressing her feelings, saying that she would prefer to stay single than date a man that does not love or consider her feelings. So in these controversies, we have seen a lot of people, a lot of women giving their inspiration, giving their thoughts, their experience. And if you look at the whole situation, you will see that men are not at fault in as much as women. Yeah, before people come together, they need to have the interrelation, the interception between the both partners. And in the other hand, you see majority men are looking for women who are also disciplined and self-respect towards them, and also women who are able to share the bills like 50-50. Majority men, they love hardworking women. Meanwhile, the women are considering themselves that how can I be hardworking and going to work, doing the house chores, doing all that, and still split the bills equally with my that's it. Just sounds so devastating. So please, you comment your thoughts on what you think about this video. You like the channel, you like the video, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification, so whenever I upload a video like this, you'll be the first person to watch.